Hi, welcome. Now I am going to show you how to use sum of squares with an internal condition. Okay, so what I have here is a list of numbers, and that numbers from about to 14 numbers. Okay, I want to do the sum of squares. How can I do that? Okay, there exists a function called sum square. Okay, yes, sum of squares, SUMSQ, that returns the sum of squares of any list. Okay, any list of numbers. So I just give the sum of squares of any list of numbers. You will get 4 6 3 7 8. Okay, so sum square function returns sum of squares of any list. Okay, so this will give you the sum of squares 4 6 3 7 8. Okay, let's check this one. Okay, equal to this number, the squares of this a2 itself, and so on. While we do the same thing for all, we get the individual squares. Okay, then we add the sum of all these individual squares. We get 4 6 3 7 8, which is nothing but the sum of squares. Okay, so sum squares, that is SUMSQ function, is very useful function in analytical purpose and statistical purpose to get the squares, sum of squares. Okay, very fine. Okay, can we use the same function, okay, same thing in sum product? Yes. How the sum product works? We have two sets of array 1 and array 2. If you pass into the sum product, what will happen is that it will multiply the first elements of array 1, okay, with the first element of array 2. Similarly, for it will also multiply the second element of array 1 and second element of array 2, and similarly it is third element of array 1 and third element of array 2, and so on. It will do the multiplication, the products of each corresponding elements. Finally, it will add all the products. Okay, it will add all the products. So here you get 49. Okay, let's see what is the sum product of these two arrays. You just pause these two arrays, it will give you the same answer. Okay, it will do the multiplication of products. Okay, so using this sum product function, I want to arrive the same sum of squares as possible. How can I do that? I can do it using probably I'll just right click, I just insert a row here. Okay, I will do the sum of squares now first. Okay, sum of squares, so equal to sum product of, what I will do is I pass the same list twice as two different arrays. First array is the list, again the same list for the second time. So what happens automatically, it takes the first array and second array is the same list. It will multiply the first element twice, which is a square. Similarly, second element twice, which is the square. The products are each individual item squares. So if you add it, you will get a sum of squares. Okay, which is nothing but 4 6 7 8 3. Okay, which is same as a sum square function. Okay, which is also 4 6 3 7 8. Okay, so now there is a condition. Okay, I want the sum of squares in the list, but I don't want the squares of the items having the value less than 10. That means the single digits, I don't want the square. that means this sum of squares I don't want to include the squares of 4 and squares of 3, which is 25. Okay, is it possible? In some SQ function it is not possible. If you pass the list, it will consider the full list and give you the square function squares. Okay, but in some product function it is possible. How can I do that? I will show to you a logic here. Okay, first you consider greater than or equal to condition. Okay, greater than or equal to 10. Just check each element whether it is greater than or equal to 10. How can we do that? Put a formula equal to the list greater than equal to 10, true. Okay, just using a condition to check whether it obeys the condition or not. Okay, so similarly for every element I am checking whether it is greater than or equal to 10. Okay, so when you see, if I make it for all, only this and okay, just will make it greater than or equal to 10. Okay, only these two elements 4 and 3, if I check it for greater than or equal to, it is true for all except 4 and 3. Okay, so if I make these true and false into 0 and 1s, how can I do 0 and 1s? Just applying a double unary operator. Okay, I will apply double unary operator equal to double unary of the condition what I did it earlier. Okay, it gives, okay, for the condition where it is false it is 0, where it is true it is 1. Okay, if I pass this array also inside the sum product, what will happen? It will keep those sum squares of the elements which are greater than 10, no problem, because it's multiplying with 1. Value is not changed, just keep the value. But for 4 and 3 the condition is false. That place it will make the sum of squares is, the squares is 0. Okay, the product is 0. So automatically this into this square into this array will give those two elements which are not satisfying the condition to be eliminated. Okay, let's do that. Equal to the same like sum product. The first one is the array, this array. Second is also this array to get the square. Okay, third one is the condition. Okay, the condition is the same array. I want to check it for every element. Okay, greater than or equal to 10. Okay, I want to check it for every element is greater than or equal to 10. So it is an array of true and false. Okay, that array I want to make not true and false can be sent inside as array. I want to send it as a 0 and 1s, 1 for true and 0 for false. So it is a set of true and false, change it to 1 and 0. So this array, so when it multiplies first element 49 into 49, it will get the square. Then again it will multiply with the third array, which is nothing but this array with 1. Okay, first element is true, so it is 1, it will get a 49 square, similarly 38 square, and so on. But when it comes to 4 into 4 16, correct, the square, but it will again multiply with the array, other third array element which is 0, you will get 0. So those element items which are all not satisfying the condition will get 0 and they got eliminated, excluded. Okay, then this will give you the 46353, which is 25 less, which is 16 plus 9, 25 less. Okay, this way you can use some product function to have some internal criteria to while you calculate sum of squares. Okay, those sum of squares with an internal criteria to check some condition, use some product function. Okay, hope this video is helpful to you. If you have any comments or suggestions, just state it in the comments, and please subscribe to my channel, and God bless you.